Hello, and welcome to episode 35 of the Little House Knits podcast. My name is Michelle, also known as Scully B on Ravelry. You can also find me on Instagram as McTuck76. It's good to see you again. Hopefully, you are doing well. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. If you are new, welcome to the crazy. It's been a little while. I'm recording a bit later in the day than I usually do, and apparently this is the time of day when I need a nap, but it's too late for a nap and too early for bed. So I'm going to do my best to keep it together. So it's November. It is Nanny Swimo, so hopefully if you are taking part in the festivities, I hope things are going well for you. I am partaking this year. I was just thinking, I knit my husband he asked for a sweater vest, and now I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, and I don't feel like looking it up on my phone, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, so this year I am participating, and I will show you that in a few minutes. But I've got a few things today. I have notes. They feel fuller than usual, but I feel like I'm talking too fast already, so we're going to blow through all this soon. So not much has been going on. My husband and I had our anniversary. We've been married 22 years. We've been together 29, and it doesn't feel like that long, which is good. But then sometimes when I think about how young we were when we met, it feels like, who are those people? And why is that such a long time ago? But we just went out and had a nice dinner. The past couple of years we've, we go away for a night or two, but we've got stuff going on this year and next year, so it just didn't make sense financially. Although we went to a really upscale restaurant for dinner, which we never do, and that it was probably a night at a hotel. But I have to say, it was one of the nicest dinners that we had. I mean, the food was good, but it was very it was a slower pace. Like, you go to, I don't know, you go to Chili's and it's like, here's your drink, here's your appetizer, here's your food, here's your dessert, now get out. And this, I think we figured out we were there for about 3 hours. It was just very, take your time, and it was great. And it was in a really pretty location too. I love seeing cows on the hill. I love cows. So that was that. Not too much else. I look at it as, no news is good news. So if things are sort of calm, things are going good. What I did do this past weekend was this right here. I went to the Fiber Festival of New England, which is it's out in Western Mass, so it's about a 2-hour ride for me, which isn't bad. And it's a nice day to myself. So, it was great. It was sort of about a month ago, I went to the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival, which was really just the scenery alone. It was really pretty. And when you drive out towards Western Mass, it's the same sort of scenery, so it's beautiful. But the Vermont one was small. It was very small, but it was nice, and there's no shortage of pretty yarn to see. So that was great. But this was it was bigger than I thought it was going to be. And it was more like, to me, vendor-wise, it was more like, if you've been to Rhinebeck, they have obviously fiber and yarn and things like that. And, there's usually a place where you can buy whole fleeces. And they had that, but usually Rhinebeck has, they have that one building that's got like wine and food things and soaps and wood carvers and all this other stuff. And I want to say that it was close to as big as Rhinebeck would be without all the food and extra vendors. So it was all fibery related. It was great. Um, there was too much to see and too much to want to buy. And I started wondering, why did I come here? Because I'm trying so hard not to spend too much, even though I'm failing horribly. I'm failing spectacularly, actually. When you think about what you get, it's failing spectacularly. So, um, yeah, so it was great. I got there really early, almost like right after the doors opened. So, it's takes a while to build up. So, and it's indoor. Um, so I had time to just sort of walk around. But you know how it is. You say, "Oh, I'm gonna take one pass around, and then I'll come back and buy stuff." I don't know if that ever works for you, but it does not work for me. So, I did want to show you a picture because this one woman had, I walked into her booth because she had braids of fiber and they were just really pretty. Um, and then I really looked around at the other things, and I've never seen this before. So if you've seen this before, forgive me. But I thought it was really cool. So I took the picture kind of far away because I wanted to try to get it all in. I don't know if I did it very good, and I don't know how well this is going to show up on the screen. So if you can see that, so she has the braids of fiber all the way over here. And then all of this in the middle is fiber. But it's fiber, and by the way, how awesome are these swatches? These are all knitted swatches in the fades up at the top, and it's gorgeous. But the fiber, I've never seen this before. It's like when you go to Home Depot and you have to buy chain or rope and they have the spools and you just take off as much as you want and cut it and you pay for that. That's how she was selling fiber. So you can mix and match, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, and I took her card in case you're curious. So this was, Essential Fiber, dying to make you happy. And that is her Instagram and her Facebook. And if I can turn this the right way, oh, I did. Oh, and she's on Ravelry too. So, I just thought it was pretty cool. So, I thought I would share that if you're interested. And it was just neat. It was a lot of different things. And then, of course, I'm trying to pace myself. And I know that you have maps and you can plan out your day, but I don't do that. I just like to go up and down the aisles. It's like grocery shopping almost. I don't feel right if I haven't gone up and down all the aisles. So then I came across the 100 Ravens booth, and I fell down really hard. So, but it was I couldn't decide. I was trying to be really good. I have to say, I bought stuff while I was there, but I only bought one skein of yarn. And I'm sorry. I think that was pretty good considering I if they had had two more skeins in this one particular color, I would have left with an armload. So, but anyway, I was going through their booth and I kept picking up and saying, this is the one I'll get. No, this is the one I'm going to get. And then on an end cap, I saw these and I thought they were fantastic. And I should have taken a picture of both sides. I did not. But they had these yarn poppers. So I don't know if it's when they wind mini skeins, if there's only so much, or when they make kits, if they're like little leftover bits, they wind them into balls, and it's perfect for like scrappy blankets, or if you wanted to make like a scrappy hat. And I thought they were fantastic. And if I'm being 100%, I should have gone back and got one, but honestly, there were too many colors to choose from. And while I think these are great, I personally would have liked if there were just more colors in it. Like the whole bag was just filled with all of those colors you see at the top. So it's why it's more, I would think, more for a hat or something like that. So you're going to use the colors over and over again. Whereas if I was going to put it in my blanket, I would probably only use one or two of each color. But I still thought they were pretty awesome. And if I see them again, I'm totally going to get some. So I highly recommend it. Let's see, what else? Oh, I know they have these at Rhinebeck, and I know you've probably seen them before, but I went berserk when I saw this thing. Um, it was a booth which she had rugs and coasters and things, and they're all made out of tiny. Some are super tiny, and some are about, I don't know, like as big as a quarter. Um, Felted balls, and I loved that pink rug. But my husband said no, but I love him anyway. So to be fair, the cat would have destroyed it. So someday, someday we'll see. But yeah, so that was really fun stuff. Um, I'll show you a few of the things that I got in a minute because I'm blanking out on what I'm doing. So let's see. Let's talk about some knitting because I'm sure you'd like to hear about that. So the last time we talked, I was working on my Pembroke scarf, and I'm glad to say that I was able to finish it before the end of October, so I could turn it in for my class for the Harry Potter House Cup, and I made it very long. So let's start. So here, maybe it's better if I do it this way. Here, oh my goodness, I feel like a clown pulling handkerchiefs out of my sleeve. Color, color. There we go. Awesome. So this is a kit that I actually bought to make an On the Spice Market. And I bought this from Dirty Water Dye Works. I forget the colorway now. I believe it, I forget. I'm sorry. I swear it's in my project page, so you can check it out. I loved these colors when I bought the kit, but somehow when I started putting them together, I wasn't as crazy about them. I feel like I would like some of them together, but not all of them. But I still really like the scarf. It's just like, it's so drapey and so pretty. And actually, my husband likes this, so it may be a Christmas present, but don't tell him. I actually tried it on him. Just, I was like, oh, let me just see how I can wrap it, and it looked pretty good on him. So, Christmas gift, unintentional Christmas gift. So there's that. Yeah. So that's. I mean, I did a couple of baby hats. There's a girl at work who's expecting. She's ready to burst. People are surprised that she's been showing up for work every day. But if the baby's not coming, what else are you going to do? So, so I don't have those to show you, but that's really all I was doing. I swatched for my Nanny Swimo sweater. I figured you probably weren't that interested in the swatch, so I don't have that to show you, but I do have something else to show you. I am knit. Oh, geez, there goes my ball. Anyway, I have been knitting for 10 years now, and I've never knit myself a garment. I've knit myself scarves. I've knit fingers gloves. I have knit socks. I've never knit myself a garment. I've knit sweaters for my husband and my kids, knit baby sweaters galore, but never anything for me. So I have decided, in an attempt to, I don't know what the right word is. I don't have the greatest self-esteem. So I've decided I'm worth it, and I'm knitting myself a sweater. And I have decided to go with the Weekender because I wanted just a nice sort of warm slouchy sweater. And that's what it seems like to me. So, so this I'm a bit behind in my stitch count. I did the math today to figure out how much I should be getting in every day, and I'm really only like a day and a half behind, so it's not that bad. But this is my weekender. Front and back looks the same, but I'm showing you anyway. So I have cast on with this lighter blue, which is a Barocco vintage, and then I have this darker gray is Barocco ultra wool. And it feels so soft. I did the swatch. I just did the gauge is measured in the round, so I just made almost like a little cuff, and I put it on my arm, and it feels so nice. It feels so nice. So I can't wait to put this on. I did a gauge swatch, and I think I inadvertently shrunk my swatch a little bit. So when I cast on for the size that my swatch would have called for, it seemed way too big. So I can tell you I started this Friday night, but I did not successfully have it cast on until Sunday afternoon because I did Friday night and I cast it on and I did a bunch and I was like, no, that's way too big. I gotta pull it out. Plus I had to learn how to do a tubular cast on, which is amazing and magic to me. So I think I might look for something in the future with a similar cast on, but it's great. And then, oh my God, I was so mad at myself. It's a paid for pattern, right? I think it's a paid for pattern. So I'm not going to give any numbers away. So let's just say the size that I thought I was casting on was like 200 stitches. And I think I was going by someone else's pattern notes because she had really good notes about the tubular cast on. And she was saying how she cast on the size that was like 150 stitches. So I was like, oh, I got to go down a size. I'm going to go down to 150 stitches. So I cast that on Saturday, and I'm knitting and knitting and knitting. And then I got to the point, you knit the front and back separately for the hem, and then you join, which I don't think is a secret because you can see it right there. But when I went to join, I went to look, to see what the instructions say, and I realized that I cast on 2 sizes smaller instead of 1 size smaller. So then I was like, oh, there's no way. I'd love to think I could fit into that, but that's like buying a pair of jeans that you'll fit in someday. I'm not doing that with a sweater. So yeah, so I had to take it all out and redo it. But I almost don't mind because I was learning something and I really like that, and I'm worth it. I'm worth getting it right for. Sorry if I sound like a self-help book or whatever, but sometimes you have to tell yourself you're worth it. So this is for me. That is what's going on right now. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Excuse me while I lean down to put that down there where my ball went. So, last month I basically half-assed a Cal, and I'm really sorry about that, but I just really wanted to give a prize away, and there wasn't really any interest, which is fine. I'll use the prize later for something else, but I do want to have knit-along. It's November, and in the United States, that is Thanksgiving month. So, yeah, I want to have basically just a thankful Cal. To be thankful, not for, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. Sometimes with knit-alongs, which I love to participate in, I have problems with authority. I don't want to be told what to knit. Yeah, so basically what I would like to do is I would like to have a knit-along from today, which is November 6th, until November 30th, which I believe is a Saturday. because I was going to stop it on Thanksgiving, but I'm kind of busy on Thanksgiving, and you probably are too. So, what is going on here? Hang on one second. I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that. Yeah, so anyway, so what I was thinking is what I would like to do is knit whatever you're working on. This is gift season. I'm not going to tell you to knit something specific. If you're working on something, enter it. But what I would like you to do is to enter the name of a Ravelry friend or a knitting friend, or even if you only have their Instagram name or something, put their name in your post. You know, like, I finished this, but I'm thankful for this person, because the biggest thing with knitting that's so awesome is the community. And there's always someone who is just like, knitters are awesome. And there's always someone who's kind, and there's always someone who's helpful and willing to share what they know, or you know, I just think knitters are awesome. I think you guys are awesome. So yeah, here's what I would like, though. I know that when you post somebody's name in a Ravelry thread, you can link them so they get an ear burn. But I would ask you not to do that. I mean, if you really want to, go ahead. That's totally fine. But I just think it would be awesome if it was a surprise that they won something that they didn't realize they had even been entered for. So, so I do have. When I went to the Fiber Festival, um, I had bought something that I had wanted to give to a viewer as a prize, and certainly you would have to be a member of the group to win a prize. But I was picking out a prize that I wanted to give to someone, and then I decided that someone else should get something too. So knit whatever you're working on right now. If you finish it by November 30th, please feel free to post it. When you post it, please just post the name of someone in the knitting community that you are thankful for. And, on the 30th, we will do a random number generator and see who wins. So you're wondering, what's in it for me? So this is what I had originally bought as a prize. And I got to start writing things down when I buy them, because I was like, oh, I didn't buy anything great. And I had things coming in the mail, like, hello. So what I would like to offer to the knitter who enters their finished object in the thread is this lovely, it's upside down, sorry, this lovely set here. So this is 100 ravens in, I don't know how to pronounce it, Iacos. I loved it because it was fall and it's just so pretty, and I wish the light in here was a little better. But when I went to pick it up and I looked at it, it's my favorite drink. So I had to. But yeah, so it's gorgeous fall colors. And to go with it, I bought this amazing bag from Woodsy and Wild. And I have one of her bags, but it's over there. So I think I've showed it before. It's got like lemons on it. It's so pretty. But I fling and love this bear bag. So it's basically, it's like a sock sack. This is her smallest size bag, and it's got a drawstring. And I love that her bags have these little pockets. So it's got one pocket that fits basically like a business card sized item, and then one that you could put like a pen in or chapstick or whatever. And she actually sent along her business card, which I would leave in there, but there's some stitch markers in there too. So this is for you if you enter. And then what I would like to do for your special person, I found this great thing. which I'll show you. I bought some things lately that I'm going to show you. Um, this is from A Single Strand, and I love her cards. They're so cute. I love this because you could make notes on the back of this. I love that. Multi-purpose. She calls them cast-on cases, and I thought they were great. And so this is basically it. So, and it's got a little D-ring here so you can hook it to something if you need to. But you unsnap it and open it up. And I feel like I've seen these before, but I hadn't seen one in person before. So basically, it's got this flap so nothing slides out of it. It's got another thing here. You could keep stitch markers on that. And then it's just got a bunch of pockets and slots for you to keep needles and stuff like that. So what I would like to do for your special person is I would like to gift them this along with a pattern of their choice on Ravelry. So I hope you will consider entering. If you'd like to refer anyone else along who you think might want to win that, please do. So that is that. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's what's really going on right now. I really would love it if you'd like to participate. I love giving gifts, so I would love to give you guys and your friend a gift. Yeah, so there's that. What else? Yeah, so the only thing I am absolutely focused on right now is the sweater. That's it. November tends to be kind of a busy month. Luckily, if you want to call it that, I am having day surgery at the end of this month. So I'm hoping that I will have a loungy kind of afternoon after that's all done to work on my sweater and get that thing done. So that's my plan. If I finish it, I think I have some Christmas socks that I had thought about doing, like house, not like in your shoe socks, but like slipper socks, or socks to wear in his slippers for my husband, because I don't know. I might completely change my mind. The only other two things that I'm really concentrating on right now is I would like to start planning my knitting for next year, because I have a few things that I want to accomplish knitting-wise next year. And the other thing that I have been working on, which I suppose is a work in progress, is my hands. They have been bothering me a lot lately. And I know that I had mentioned this book before, but I will show you again. Knitting Comfortably by Carson Demers. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I stretch my wrists a lot. I'm always, flexing and stretching and whatever. And I don't think I ever think of any other part of my hand. But I've noticed the past month or so, when I'm sleeping, when I wake up in the morning, this here feels out of place, like something clicks. And I know I'm getting older, but I don't think everything should be falling out of place just yet. But last night I was sleeping and it popped, but it like popped, and my hand was in pain all night. And all I could think of was, I need to finish my sweater. Priorities, right? Yeah, so I had been looking at the book before, and I had been doing some stretches, but I didn't really pay much attention to there's one particular stretch. And if you're having any pain right here, which is where I am having a lot of pain, my wrists aren't bothering me at all. It's right here. This was a stretch, and I mean, you can find these on YouTube, so I hope I'm not giving anything away, but if you do that and then close your fingers around it, not tight, you're just sort of loose. Let me see if I can do this right, and go like that. That really hurts. So I have to, oh my God. I gotta work on stretching. So I've been trying to do that, and it's been helping a little bit, but that whatever happened last night just freaked me out. So I like doubled down on my stretching today. But yeah, so that's everything that's going on. I have some goodies to show. I did buy myself a cast on case. Um, it was Harry Potter, and I couldn't resist because I can't resist Harry Potter. So it's basically the Marauders map. And I think I have some of my stuff in here. I took some of it out when I started my sweater. But yeah, so it's pretty awesome. It's just smart. I like smart things that are helpful. So there's that. So this is what I bought for me. I also, I'm going to show you this after. I bought a t-shirt. I had just been looking at, and now I can't think of the name of it. I had just been looking at her Instagram the night before, and they had these. And I said, yes, please. That's what I want. So I love this. She has a project bag or a big bag and with the same logo on it, and I want it. I love it so much. So this is awesome. And what else? I was in 100 Ravens booth, and the only other thing I bought besides the prize yarn was another project bag. And I don't know why, but I couldn't resist it. I think I've been married to a science teacher for too long. I got this project bag, and it's got all scientists on it. It's pretty awesome. And I didn't even look at the inside until later, but I suppose it could be reversible. Look at that. It's got all formulas. I love it. I think it's so great. So, like, they had Harry Potter bags there, but for some reason I kept coming back to this, and I thought, well, I'm a Hufflepuff, and it's black and yellow, so I'm good to go. So, yeah. So I got that, and I really didn't buy that much. I was trying really hard to control myself. That being said, I'll be able to lose my mind at some other time to buy something else. Speaking of losing my mind, I don't know why, but I have wanted a lot of Christmas yarn lately, and I've been holding back. I looked at so many Christmas yarns when I was at the show, and I didn't. But I have been wanting this particular colorway for a while. So I bought myself some London House yarns in the Victorian Christmas card colorway, and I love it. And my husband loves it too, and I think he wants a pair of Christmas socks. I'll have to think about that. We'll see. So I've got that, and pardon the crinkles, but crinkles mean something good is coming. I bought some Stranded Dye Works Gingerbread House. And this is on her 7525 Superwash Merino Nylon fingering weight base. And it's awesome. And in case I didn't mention it, this is the same 7525 Superwash Merino and Nylon. So I got me some Christmas yarns. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I've got some lollipop yarn that I bought, oh my God, years ago. And then I have this. The only thing I have done to this package is cut the tape. I haven't opened it because I ordered this as a pre-order at Vermont Sheep and Wool, and I forgot about it. And it came the other day, and I said, no, I can't open that, because if I open it, I'll start wanting to knit other things besides my sweater. But I'm going to show it to you. So this was a book that I bought, and now I won't be able to open the box. Oh. So this is Trafalgar Books. This isn't the book I bought. This is just a catalog they put in with what I bought. And they have all kinds of books. It's a lot of Scandinavian and color work books and things like that. And I bought, it's a big book. Look at that. It's so pretty. Selbu Mittens, and that's by Anne Bardsgaard. And it's amazing. 500 charts and 35 classic patterns. And It's awesome. I could only look at it quickly when I was at the Sheepa Mall because they only had one copy and other people wanted to see it. But oh, it's even got a bookmark. Helpful. So charts and mittens and oh, I said I wanted to do at least one color work project this year, and I don't know if I'm counting my husband's stocking, but I might. Maybe this is what I'll do if I finish my sweater. We'll see. So, so that is everything. That is it. That's all I have for you. Um, hopefully you enjoyed it. And like I said, hopefully you will think about participating in the knit along and thinking about being thankful for other knitters in the greater knitting community. I know that I have quite a few people in this community that I'm very thankful for, and I do plan on expressing that. Yeah, so that's everything. It was so good to talk to you. I hope you are doing well, and I wish you a happy NaNiSuimo, and I will see you very soon. So I was going to say happy Thanksgiving, but it's only the beginning of the month. so yeah. So it was so good to see you, and thank you so much for stopping by the little house. Happy knitting!